You're listening to Eat, Play, Sex with Dr. Kat, the place to up-level that sexy life of yours, with expert talk on sex, love, and nutrition.
So let's first identify what I mean by the authentic voice. The authentic voice is the experience of self, meaning you, in an embodied way, an embodied, connected, clear, calm nervous system state. So in IFS, or interfamily systems therapy, we describe this sense of self or self energy through 8 C's and 5 P's. And these are great indications to help you identify if you are connected to yourself. This is calmness, clarity, compassion, curiosity, confidence, courage, creativity, and connectedness. And the 5 P's are presence, patience, perspective, persistence, and playfulness. Now, these are signs that we're with our self energy. And sometimes I hear this referred to as, quote unquote, the higher self, or our intuition. And this is where we are observing. It's more of like being in this witness role. So it's not that we don't have, these parts that are experiencing anxiety or fear or worry, but it's not overtaking our system. It's almost like it's not almost like it is like we have some spaciousness and separation from the part so that we can observe it. I am not afraid. There's a part of me that is afraid. And this part of me has a narrative that it's telling me in my ear about what it believes is going on in this particular environment or in this situation, this scenario. I can take a look at that part of me, observe the narrative, and recognize that it is a narrative. That me, myself, in my self energy, I have the inner resources to be able to take care of myself, whatever the outcome of what happens in front of me. But when I let this part of me lead the way, then I might feel overwhelmed. I might feel crowded in my body. This will manifest in the experience of fight, flight, or freeze response. And it makes it a lot harder for us to be able to operate most effectively. So getting into the practice of creating some spaciousness in the body, and we can do that through down regulating our nervous system. So meaning using breath, using body movement, using sound, taking a cold plunge or a cold shower, whatever exercise, whatever helps us to be able to bring our nervous system down into a calmer state of being. Or even just mentally recognizing, okay, I see this part. And we can use some playfulness here. There's one of the P's, and say, okay, part, we all know what happens when you lead the way. I feel you, anxiety. I see you. But we know when you try to lead, shit hits the fan. So maybe we can allow Dr. Kat to lead the way. And this time, and trusting that she has the skills. And here's some compassion piece too, to recognize that these parts, again, are just trying to take care of us, just trying to protect us. But when the reason why this is so important to learn what the authentic voice is because this is what strengthens our intuition. I have trauma clients who come in. Well, actually, I've had many people come and ask me, how do you tell the difference between intuition and fear? And my answer to that is sometimes it's not a different. Sometimes they are the same thing. And the way we can tell the difference of them is by this practice, creating some spaciousness in the self, listening to the voice of the body, not making the body wrong for having its response, because again, it's just these parts of you that are trying to protect you, trying to take care of you. And when we say that they're wrong, when we judge them or shame them for having their experience, it will only further create dysfunction and lack of clarity and trust in your own internal voice. So take a breath, feel the sensations, create spaciousness in the way that you need to. Maybe you need to leave the room for a moment. Communicate that. Let yourself step out. Notice the narrative, detach from the narrative, come into feeling. You can regulate yourself way quicker when you connect with the sensation in your body than if you do just ruminating on the story.
Lovers, thank you again for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, hit subscribe and head over to eatplaysex.com to connect with me and grab my sexy guides. Because my goal here is to get you to eat, play, and sex better so you can improve your sex life, which will improve every aspect of your life. Until next time, keep it sexy.